Hi guys, and welcome to this fragrance in-depth review on Fève Delicieuse by Dior. First things first, this is one of my favorites on my wife. So with that out of the way, let's start with the presentation. And this fragrance is actually like the other Dior Privée bottles, really classy, really elegant, just a plain and simple transparent bottle with a nice magnetic cap, as we have become used to with the Dior fragrances. This is a 250 milliliters bottle, or a 6.7 ounce, I think it is. So I believe that already this fragrance has been discontinued, so I'm sorry if you can't get your hands on it anymore. I've seen on the internet some websites that still carry a bottle. So I don't know what the price for it is these days, but it retailed me for around 300 euros, which was, compared to the amount of fragrance that you get, I don't think it is absurdly expensive. It is still an expensive fragrance, but compared to how much juice you are getting, I think it's actually reasonable. Christian Dior, a French perfume house, which we have all grown to love over the decades, with experienced perfumers. François Demachy, who was the creative brain or the creative nose behind this particular fragrance. We have a lot of things going on. So this fragrance opens up fresh but instantly sweet. There's notes of mint and lavender listed, but you know, for me personally, I can't really pick it out because it is very quickly blasting in your face with sweetness from gourmand elements. Think about vanilla, think about cacao, think about praline, like dessert stuff, things that are very sugary. It has almost like a edible feel. This fragrance immediately smells very delicious. The opening is very short-lived for me personally. I don't get any bergamot, I don't get any lavender. It must be in there because you smell there is a lot of things going on. It is blended to perfection, like I said. François Demachy, he is a genius. But it quickly goes into the heart and base of the fragrance. And in the heart we have a flowery and fruity aspect going on. So I definitely pick up the cherry, but only if you really know that it's there, you know? If you smell it and you think about cherry, then you can get it, you know? It is obviously there, but it is very nicely mixed into an accord. Also, what I personally don't get at all is leather. Now I know that leather is a note that might scare off some people, so that's why I am mentioning it for you guys listening, that you shouldn't really be scared about this fragrance if you don't really enjoy a leather-based scent, because if it's in here, it is blended so that it is only a supporting note, lifting the combination. The thing that you will be left with the most of all is, like I said, an edible, gourmand, delicious concoction of fruity, sweet and ambery notes. It makes me feel like I'm craving sweetness, like I'm craving food, like I have to go treat myself to some delicious dinner or something. It is a cozy scent, so it's kind of relaxing to wear this fragrance. It is not a fragrance that I would wear to work because I would be too busy smelling it. It is very potent, which brings us to the performance. So with Fève Delicieuse, as with a lot of other Dior fragrances, I have no issues with performance. I think that, you know, at the very least, you should get around 8 hours of solid performance with projection over arm's length, so people will really notice this fragrance on your skin, even though after all these years. If you buy a bottle that is more recent than mine, I don't think that you should be left with a watery type of substance. I think Dior in general has some really good performance on most of their fragrances, and this one is no exception. everyone can get away with this fragrance, although I personally enjoy it the most on my wife. I don't really think it is a teenager type of fragrance. As with most of the Dior Privée fragrances, they are quite specific, and even though this one is a Gourmand fragrance, which is a category that will be appreciated by a lot of people, it is nothing that will, you know, be generally sought after for a teenager. I think they will be gravitating more towards a spicy oriental, or maybe a fresh and energetic watery oceanic fragrance. So I think it's more to the mature side, but definitely anyone can get away with it. As for alternatives, because this fragrance has been discontinued, I know a lot of you that won't be able to get their hands on it will now be sitting in awe and thinking, how can I get a similar fragrance, and even at a less expensive price point? I got these two fragrances to recommend you. These two will not duplicate or replicate Fève Delicieuse, but I believe they have a similar type of vibe going on with that seductive, edible, relaxed, cozy setting. So the first one is by the house of Yves Saint Laurent, and this one is Scandal. It has some sweetness, it has some gourmand elements, and it is very much a seductive, romantic fragrance. So this is why even the juice color kind of reminds you of it. Not a substitute, but very much in the same genre. Another one that is really like, it makes me feel the same, Montguerlain. So this is the original bottle. It was an exclusive. This is rebottled now as Montguerlain, which is generally available through their website and carriers. I don't believe the fragrance itself has been reformulated. I have smelled Montguerlain, and it was, I'd say it was the same fragrance. Montguerlain is just as the other two. This fragrance is amazing to smell on your partner. I really, really love this fragrance. It is fresher. It has some more airiness to it, and I believe the projection is a little less, but even so you will be noticed, and it still lasts a really long time. It smells very much like Dior, in a sense that it is a high quality fragrance. You can't really go wrong with it, so it is a highly recommended fragrance to try if you like Fève Delicieuse. Guys, to sum this review up, I believe Fève Delicieuse is a fragrance that will be truly missed for a lot of people. It is a fragrance that used to be quite affordable, in the sense that you got a lot of volume at still reasonable price point. The performance was great. It was a high quality fragrance, well made. So a lot of people will enjoy to smell this fragrance on you. So I think, all factors considered, I would give this fragrance 2 thumbs up, but the fact that it has been discontinued, I don't know. Don't go buy it for a ridiculous price point if you are not able to get your hands on it. Maybe you should consider trying out either one of these 2 alternatives. But yeah, let me know how you like Fève Delicieuse. If you enjoy it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up and leave a comment for me. I always love reading your comments, and I'll get back to you if you have any questions. I hope to see you soon in the next video, so take care and have a lovely day. Bye bye.